Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, AG warns ministries to utilize funds well or lose it. Sodelpa announces 16 more provisional candidates. And special constables to be regularized.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum has warned various government ministries that project funds will be taken away if not implemented accordingly. Government has taken this new approach to ensure that projects carried out by various ministries are delivered on time. Ali Kimbia with the story.
In delivering for all Fijians and setting quality standards for all government ministries, the Ministry of Economy has demanded efficiency.
The Ministry of Economy will be carrying out regular checks on the budget spends of various ministries. And if we catch slow implementation against the KPIs, we'll take funds away from slow-moving projects and allocate those funds to ministries who are making more efficient use of their budgets.
Ensuring that projects are delivered, Syed Qayyum has also put government contractors on notice.
We're coming down hard on contractors who don't pay their workers or the companies that have subcontracted. If it's found that you're not paying your people you hired to work, if it's found your actions are non-compliant, then you'll be blacklisted by government.
Syed Qayyum says every dollar used on projects should be justified.
We're bringing better governance through a higher level of accountability and transparency to independent institutions, in particular Water Authority Fiji, the Fiji Roads Authority, the Maritime Safety Authority Fiji. Board members of these bodies need to run a tight shop, and every taxpayer's dollar they spend needs to be justified and needs to make an impact.
The Ministry of Economy will continue their zero tolerance on corruption, and if there is any abuse of funds in any ministry, people will be taken to task. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
A 69-year-old woman is the latest road fatality, while 3 others are admitted in hospital following an accident in Savusavu yesterday. The woman passed away while she was being taken to the Lambasa hospital. It's alleged the vehicle she was travelling in veered off the road near the Waisali Hill in Loma Loma. The vehicle was driven by the victim's 37-year-old son, who was accompanied by his 35-year-old wife and their 8-month-old daughter. The family was travelling from Savusavu heading to Bua to spend the weekend, when the driver allegedly lost control of the vehicle at a bend on a hill, causing it to veer off to the right side of the road before hitting a rock, causing the vehicle to tumble upside down. The driver and his family are admitted at the Savusavu hospital as the investigation continues. The road death toll for this year currently stands at 31. Fiji Trades Union Congress President Daniel Irai has been selected as one of the proposed candidates of the Social Democratic Liberal Party for the upcoming 2018 general elections. This comes after the party announced another 16 proposed candidates during their annual general meeting in Lautoka today. Urai was barred to stand in the 2014 general elections over some legal matters. The proposed candidates that were announced includes opposition leader Rote Mumukepa and Sodelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka. The total number of Sodelpa's proposed candidates now stands at 46, with the other 6 to be announced later. More than 600 police special constables will be regularized, and they will also get a pay rise. This is after the government allocated $24.6 million to police, which will be for the increasing of salaries and wages and other miscellaneous. Anna Ravula reports.
The police commissioner says it's not only about regularizing constables but also training them.
It doesn't mean just regularizing them through pay. No, we have to take them through the training process. They've got the on-the-job experience now. For people we get straight out of school, it takes us 6 months to take them through that basic training and another 2 years for them to complete that training cycle that they have to go through.
We're restructuring human resources within the Fijian police force to regularize over 600 special constables and other government wage earners within the force. These women and men are working full-time in the vast majority of instances and deserve to be compensated correctly.
A special program has been designed for these constables.
We're designing a program to take them through a 4-month program. We want them to be exactly the same as the regular officers, even though some of them are doing the work of regular. Some of them are prosecutors in court, but still special constables. So this is a huge morale booster for our special constables that have been working hard for the police force and their families.
This is phase 1, and more phases such as increase in manpower, improvement of infrastructure will follow. The Fiji Police Force has a budget of $193.5 million, an increase of $46.6 million. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Still to come, employment budget to have positive impact on workers. NFRA ready to continue work after major allocation. Stay with us.
Bula, neva ngo malakai leloma, ngo ngai nakas on duwa rong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya on totalita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere nawaluan.
Neva ngo fane na tao no singa toka, kita on totalita ka ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
A budget of $16.7 million was allocated to the Ministry of Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations for this and next year. Minister responsible, Chone Osamate, says this is a major boost for them and it will definitely have a positive impact on the country. Kelly Vadala reports.
The Employment Ministry is satisfied with the allocation and says the new budget is building up on the good foundations of 9 continuous years of economic growth.
He's announced some new types of leaves, the extension of maternity leave, the inclusion of paternity leave, and also for family care type things. And we've also seen the big approach that we have for workers' compensation, that will move to a new approach. There's the insurance program that we will now have for people that are getting social welfare, and also for civil service. And all of these things are going to make a distinct impact on people's lives. So overall, it's a budget that continues the policy of this government, and it's going to lead to a much stronger Fiji.
Usamate says they're focused on ensuring workers are well looked after and employers do well. Economy Minister Ayasaid Kayum says the newly introduced leaves will boost the performance of workers.
Fijian businesses are going to be better off when the employees are able to manage their work-life balance. The employees will be happier, and happy people get more done, and they are more productive. That's just a fact. But to help offset the wages paid to employees for these days, Madam Speaker, we're introducing a 150% tax deduction for all businesses for salaries and wages paid to those employees during those times they take paternity and family care leave.
A 5-day paternity leave will come into effect for all fathers from January next year, and the paid maternity leave has been increased from 84 working days to 98 working days. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
The government is making a major strive to a cleaner Fiji and has allocated $1.5 million to standardize rubbish bins in Fiji. Minister for Economy Ayasaid Kayum says this allocation will enhance Fiji's efforts to make our country a tidier and healthy environment. Kritika Kumar reports.
The new initiative will begin in Nasinu, and more rubbish bins will be made visible on our roadside.
Speaker, we've allocated $1.5 million towards the collection of rubbish by government. In our major urban centres, rubbish is choking roadways and communities, and it's unacceptable. And we'll now be increasing rubbish pickups every day from Monday through Friday, first starting in Nasinu.
New programs will also be introduced to cater for compost bins in an effort to reduce pollution.
We'll also be introducing a new pilot program in Nasinu to distribute compost bins where Fijians can dispose of organic waste like leaves and kitchen waste. So we'll actually be creating compost from that waste for productive use.
Meanwhile, the new national competition, known as Clean Community Competition, will also be launched across Fiji. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The Fiji Roads Authority was allocated a budget of $563.1 million, comprising of $29.6 million for operating costs and $563.1 million for capital expenditure. Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says this is a major boost for them as it will assist in achieving some of the work already in the pipeline.
It looks like we can do what we want to achieve this year. More long-term and durable repairs, and we can work on the bridges and critical activities we need to work on. But I need to go through it in some detail first before I can go into the numbers. So it's positive and we're quite happy.
A new museum dedicated to the history, legacy and contribution of Girmitias and their descendants to Fiji will be constructed either in Lautoka or Nadi. Minister for Economy Ayaan Said Qayyum says they have set aside a very special allocation of $500,000 for commemoration next year of the 140th anniversary of the first ship carrying indentured labourers and Girmitias from India to Fiji. He says the commemoration also includes nationwide ceremonies of remembrance and cover the first round of funding of $300,000 towards the construction of the museum. Well, ahead in sports, Nandronga sneaks into the Skipper Cup final. And 4 best teams go head-to-head in the FIFA World Cup.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Mariva. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
The Skipper Cup defending champions Nandronga is through to the semi-final after beating Rewa 38 points to 31 at Ratata Kambal Park in Nosuri today. The side led 26-16 at the halftime mark.
To secure Sanakalevu, if you remit top level, it was a well-calculated communication that resulted in a try. Again, it's a cut-out pass, but simple try by the experienced Nandronga that made it through. Ifiremi Tovilemi, cut-out pass to the Veta caught in the defense. Again to Sailosi Rambo Nagida. Valangi onto the Rewa forwards, push 1, 2, and it is a try. Trying to contain the pick and drive by Nandronga. Rupenina Singa, and it is a clear try to Rupenina Singa. Basically Mundu pick and drive, stopping the tackle in the Stefano Samoda. Yes, has dived over for another try. Rewa Osembulai. And Kadot was it could be it. Yes.
And the Morsies also booked a place in the semi-final after thumping Navosa 42 points to 13 at Thompson Park in Navua. Well, Uruguay is wary of Cristiano Ronaldo's threat in tomorrow's FIFA World Cup last 16 clash. They are preparing for a showdown with the European champions, and they believe the outcome will come down to the details.
It took them some time to get up to speed, but match by match, Uruguay have improved. Luis Suarez, striker extraordinaire, on target in the last 2 games. Edinson Cavani, their top scorer in qualifying, had looked like a man needing a goal, and against Russia, he got off the mark.
They give you a solution for everything, so we must take advantage of them. We must try and pass them as many balls as possible so that they feel comfortable in the match.
Attacking riches for sure, but just as impressive has been Uruguay's sterling defensive work. They're the only team who didn't concede in the group stage, a record they also held in 2010.
Obviously, playing Godin and Fernando by the goal makes you feel very secure. But I think what makes us feel safer is the whole team playing together and getting defensive. That is what has ensured we don't concede too many goals.
It's based on teamwork, concentration, focus, and there being a constant dialogue. Of course you can still concede goals, but what matters is trying to avoid that and conceding as few as possible.
That sturdy back line faced next a man fighting for the golden boot. But as the centre-back pairing, Diego Godin and Jose Jimenez, both play for Atletico Madrid, they know what to expect from Real Madrid's Cristiano Ronaldo. Uruguay, of course, have riches of their own up front.
Between
Cavani and I, there is no rivalry there. We want to work for Uruguay and work for the team. That is our priority here. We want to help each other in the best possible way. As Uruguay, we are very motivated. As individuals, maybe we can make a small difference, but it's really about the team effort. We will do everything and put in every effort in order to win tomorrow.
The two-time champions have one of the best recent records of all the contenders. They've proven themselves hard to beat.
On the other hand, Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal side is looking forward to beat an inspired Uruguay in the last 16 round tomorrow. Portuguese defence will play a major role as they face the best strike force of Uruguay.
From the moment the referee had blown the full-time whistle against the Islamic Republic of Iran, Portugal and their supporters could breathe a huge sigh of relief. One more goal from the Asian side would have eliminated the reigning European champions after a late equaliser had already denied them top spot.
I think the most important thing was to pass the group phase. That was our goal. In a competition as important as this one, it's always hard. Now we have to prepare ourselves for the next games.
In the match against Iran, Cristiano Ronaldo had missed a penalty and the chance to pull level at the top of the goal-scoring charts. The Real Madrid star had scored a hat-trick against Spain and an early header against Morocco to give his country the platform to qualify.
Uruguay showed they are a strong and solid team. It's already a team that has played together for a long time now. We have to be loyal to our game style, believe that we can win and score goals. I believe that. I also believe we will be ready for that game, and we have great forwards that can score at any time.
Now a clash against a tough and talented Uruguay, a side with similar traits to Portugal.
It's a match between two teams which are very strong, and I think on the pitch tomorrow you will see two teams doing their very best to try to win. I think Portugal will win, but I recognise that Uruguay are very strong.
Will this be Ronaldo's final World Cup appearance, or a continuation of Portugal's remarkable recent tournament success?
France boss Didier has been talking about tomorrow's World Cup clash with Argentina and how his team plan to handle Lionel Messi. Didier says it's well aware of the threat his team will face.
48 group stage matches, just one goalless draw. Didier Deschamps left out some of his expected starters against Denmark, with the first place finish in Group C likely and only 3 full days of rest before an expected round of 16 game in Kazan. The priority was to prevent injuries and preserve energy.
It's a very tough tournament. You're up against the best teams and the best players in the world. Every game is difficult, but the most important thing was qualifying for the round of 16.
This is a new generation of French players, and they're seeking to match the exploits of their head coach in 1998. But first, they must defeat Argentina.
First of all, we'll take advice and watch the videos the coaching staff have prepared for us. So we'll listen to their advice and put it into practice on the pitch as well as we can.
Defender Samuel Umtiti doesn't need videos to be aware of how dangerous Argentina's Lionel Messi can be. They're teammates at Barcelona.
Leo is very hard to predict. You never know what he's going to do. People might think he's left-footed, but no, honestly, he has all the qualities you need to score and provide assists.
Here in Kazan, where France defeated Australia, Umtiti's handball led to the only goal they've conceded so far. An effective defence combined with quality in midfield and attack. They feel they can cause Argentina problems.
We want to continue our adventure, so we have to believe in it. What can make the difference at this level is heart and mental strength. We'll need exactly that tomorrow to overcome this hurdle.
It'll be Deschamps' 80th match in charge of France, a new national record. If all goes to plan, number 81 will be a World Cup quarter-final.
It's a fact that Argentina has been really struggling at the FIFA World Cup, and their style of play may suit France in the last 16. Now they hope to work out on a game plan that could stop the tournament favourites tomorrow.
St. Petersburg, the night of June the 26th. An up-and-down evening for fans of Argentina, and one they will never forget. When Lionel Messi beautifully controlled and finished to give the South Americans the lead, the situation was looking rosy. But when Javier Mascherano conceded a penalty, Victor Moses stepped up to put Nigeria in pole position to qualify. A brief period of hope with the Croatia goal cancelled out by an Iceland equaliser, which left Argentina bottom of the group. However, with time running out, defender Marcos Rojo popped up in the penalty area, and the rest was history. Croatia scored again in added time for an added bonus, but when the end of the match arrived, Argentina could finally relax.
Yes, the goal came in the end, and we got the win, which was important, particularly after the first two games. It was important to win and get through to the next round. Now we have more confidence and the shackles are off. Our World Cup is starting now, and you're going to see a great team.
Next in Kazan, a match-up with France. Argentina won both World Cup meetings in 1930 and 1978, but they will head into this game as the underdogs.
My way of seeing football is that we should be in control of the game. From there we have a starting point ahead of tomorrow's game. Use players that will enable us to control the match.
For Messi and his teammates, the dream lives on.
Fiji-born Tangele Nairvoro scored a try for Waratahs as they extended their lead at the top of the Australian Conference with a 31-26 victory over the Melbourne Rebels. Here are the tries.
Beale! It opened up for Kirtley Beale. He gets it out to Nairvoro, and they strike out wide, the Waratahs. Intercepted by Bernard Foley! Nobody in front of him! Well, short time ago was Beale with the intercept.
The Blues made a winning return to Super Rugby action when they claimed a 39-16 win over the Reds last night. And here are the tries for that game.
Now Pedalfeta. Ioane, again the wide pass. Malani Nanai, this time no mistake for the Blues. Here's Ioane. Rico Ioane, look for the dummy. Now the draw. Rico Ioane does it himself. 30 seconds remaining in this game. There's the try. Caleb Clark.
In today's weather, there is a high-pressure system to the far south of Fiji that's directing a strong southeast wind flow over the group. Looking at the west, it's mostly cloudy and humid. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, mostly rainy throughout the day with cool temperatures. And up in Vanralevu, mostly fine weather prevailed, but with cloudy conditions. At sea, moderate southeasterly winds, moderate seas. Now for the tides, the next low tide is at 7:47 p.m. with a high tide at 12:44 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:36. The outlook for tomorrow, cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts in the interior of the larger islands. And looking further onto Monday, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Recapping the main stories, AG warns ministries to utilize funds well or lose it. Sudelpa announces 16 more provisional candidates and special constables to be regularized. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. For our poll question segment, this week we are asking, should the recent drug bust serve as a warning to would-be traffickers? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook PC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.